I feel like what I am is what I stand for, and if my name can become a symbol of the Hispanic woman who is a good entertainer, but also brings in issues and is a writer and is a mom, you know, all those elements. If I can make our culture bring us to that point, and in my name can be that household word that relates to all that, is where I feel personally that I'd be successful.
Cuando sirenas cantan, los marineros bajan.
And in order to succeed, you have to do what absolutely everybody else is doing. And I wanted to prove that wrong, and not that I've proved myself right yet, but at least I just feel real fulfilled artistically and in just about every aspect of life right now, because I'm doing what I want to do. I feel I'm leaving behind on my albums, every piece that I've done so far is something that I don't want to go back and erase. It all means something. Yeah, I didn't get any top 10 hits on Homeland, but I'm not saying that someday they might not be. I'm not anti-commercial at all, but I just want to see more quality in commercialism. I'd like to see quality songs be the thing that you're hearing on the radio, and you know, not just something new and interesting, or a different hook or a different way of saying something.
The siren song of sorrow, and sailors down they follow.
Money has never been our object, you know, and it's still not.
Los marineros bajan.
You can accomplish just about anything if you can talk your way into anything in this business too. You can talk someone into believing things, and you have to really believe what you're doing before you talk somebody else into believing what you're doing. To me personally, I feel like I've succeeded in proving my point to myself that I can do something and I can reach people, and people do agree with me, like what I say in my music or whatever. Yeah, I just like to reach that level of success where I can matter to people.
Gracias.
For me, everything I'm living now is kind of like icing on the cake, because I feel like I had the cake already, and the cake was good. I mean, I'm glad I had all that spunk then, and I think it's just parts are kind of disappointing, because you know, it would have been good to have reached all those goals that I talked about, but. I mean, and the, you know, it's not over till it's over. So there's always still a little bit of hope out there that something exciting, new and exciting might happen. But I mean, like I've even said at that time, I mean, I'm pretty satisfied. I'm really satisfied.
When my mom started seeing that, yes, I was musically inclined, but I wasn't following my sister's footsteps. And I liked to wear blue jeans and walk around barefooted. I think that kind of worried her a little bit, but yet she said, you know, she wanted to put me to use, and said, well, you know, if you're going to play the guitar and sing, why don't you, you know, get a job? So I said, well, I mean, I'd like to do a musically related thing. So, but instead of, you know, sitting around wishy-washy and wishing for something to fall out of the sky, she picked up the phone and called the Mexican radio station and said, my daughter sings, what can we do? And they said, well, send her on over here and we'll find her something to do. If somebody tries to think that going into art is kind of like a cop-out to real work, it's not, because it's a whole different kind of work that's even harder in some ways, because it's extremely nebulous and you never know where it's going to come from. But you constantly have to work on getting better, on perfecting, on not becoming stale. And so there's definitely a lot of hard work that's even harder, because there's no guidelines and there's no rules. for too many years, I thought it was just going to happen, like a producer was going to walk into this bar where I was playing and say, oh, there she is. I'm always amazed at the stories of like artists that like get signed on the spot and suddenly they're like these superstars. You hear these stories and it's so hard to believe that because there's always so much work involved just to getting to the point to where a record label is going to pay attention to you. And then after that, it's a whole different kind of work that involves, you know, the politics and the, you know, hobnobbing and all that other kind of stuff that's involved in staying there. And then it's like moving up a corporate ladder or something. And no matter how you look at it, you know, it's the fans and it's the attention and it's how hard you push to get where you are because you wanted success. You can't lie. Success was important. Because if it was only art that was important to you, you wouldn't try the other part. Because there's a lot involved. A lot of I don't want to say, you know, a lot of ass kissing, but there's certainly a lot of stuff that you have to do, and you have to love your art to do that. And you know, it's real easy for artists that are already successful to say, you know, that they're really bothered by their popularity, you know, because 10 years ago they were the ones that were struggling just to get people to remember their name. So, you know, I don't ever want to be a martyr of success. The most fun is almost when you're like 17 or 18 and dreaming about doing it, because once you're actually doing it and running with it, you don't get to savor the moments of achieving, because you're saying, oh, well, okay, now we're halfway to the next thing already, we got to go.